Hello children, today we will do one very interesting poem and the title of the poem is The Rebel, which has been taken from your literature book named Honeycomb. Now let us start with some questions which has been given over here. Do you know anyone who always disagrees with you or your friends or likes to do the opposite of what everyone thinks they should do? Yes, I think that there are few you might be knowing who always disagrees with the opinions or the decisions which are being taken, and they think that whatever they are doing is the correct one. So think of a word to describe such a person, and here it has been given, and the very word is the rebel. Discuss with your partner some of the things such a person generally does. So you just think of such a person and try to take out few points which they do which you are not doing at that time or which they are opposite to it. Now so this poem, The Rebel, it describes the character of a rebel, a person who does not conform to the norms of the society. The rebel is described as a person who would contradict others in order to be different. Means they will just disagree, they will contradict, just why the main purpose is they want to be different in a society, they want to be highlighted. The character of the rebel in the poem, it is not based on some political issues, or it is not a person who is a political activist, but it seems to be a character sketch of a young adolescent, young boy or a girl who are trying to be different. So all the examples which we will see in the poem, they are the repetitive affirmations, means they are just being repeated again and again to show us this fact that what a rebel is. Now let us go through stanza wise. The first stanza is: when everybody has short hair, the rebel lets his hair grow long. When everybody has long hair, the rebel cuts his hair short. So the above lines, it has been taken from the poem The Rebel by D.J. Enright, and here the poet highlights the rebel's nature. When the rebel encounters a group of people with short hair, when he sees a group of people having short hair, he would allow the hair to grow long because he has got some pleasure. He derives some sort of happiness and satisfaction by going against the rules. However, he is not constant, and therefore when he sees people growing their hair long, he would end up cutting his short. So here very first example, we can see the character of a rebel, that he disagrees with everyone. When some group of people are doing something, he contradicts, he just does what he likes. Now when everybody talks during the lesson, the rebel doesn't say a word. When nobody talks during the lesson, the rebel creates a disturbance. So here the poet, he re-emphasizes, he is again telling us the rebellious nature of the rebel, as how he rebels against others, how he tries to contradict others' decisions or others' doings. Okay, and he cannot help but create disturbances. Okay, so seeing everybody, when everybody is talking during the lesson, when the some teaching is going on, the rebel suddenly finds his silence most valuable, so he will not speak whenever he is required. So However, because he is a rebel, he cannot help but create disturbances and make a series of interjections when he sees that everybody else has become quiet. So he does the vice versa. When everybody is silent, he will create disturbances in the class, and when everybody is talking something important on the lesson, he will be quiet where he is supposed to speak. The rebel means he is continuously trying to do something different so that he will become important in the society. Now, when everybody wears a uniform, the rebel dresses in fantastic clothes. When everybody wears fantastic clothes, the rebel dresses soberly. Now, fantastic means when you wear the party clothes, party wears, you see that so many designs, exclusive designs are there on such clothes. So, that is fantastic. And soberly means when you are dressed in a very simple manner. So, here the poet in this line shows that rebel need to exhibit himself as different, because the rebel always want to showcase and exhibit himself as different. He would wear colorful clothes when everybody else is dressed up in a common uniform. However, the moment he sees others dressed up in different and colorful clothes, he would be unable to control his urge to wear the uniform. That means it shows that he is doing so because he wants to attract all others' attentions towards him, and also he wants to show his guts, his power, that he can do whatever he likes, whatever the matter, whether the matter is right or wrong, he will do whatever he thinks right. So that we can call it a sort of stubbornness also. Rebels are stubborn also. They will not listen to what others say. They will just try to do that will make him different. Rather, he may become very means not likable characters among the others. They will not like him also because he doesn't want to be with the norms of the society. Now, in the company of dog lovers, the rebel expresses a preference for cats. In the company of cat lovers, the rebel puts in a good word for dogs. Now, here the poet discusses how the rebel's preferences, means importance, never match with the others in a group. So when the rebel finds himself in the company of dog lovers, so when few of his friends who are dog lovers, he begins to prefer the cats. There he will try to show that he loves the cats more. On the other hand, on being surrounded by the cat lovers, he will put up in a favorable word for dogs. So he is doing the vice versa again. So his preferences and choices never seem to match with anyone else in the group. When everybody is praising the sun, the rebel remarks on the need for rain. When everybody is greeting the rain, the rebel regrets the absence of sun. Here the poet goes on to offer examples of different instances or examples in which the rebel fares in similar ways. Means he just try to be different. Okay. Even with respect to the weather, it is difficult to bring the rebel on board, means to make him convinced that he should also listen to others, for they would appreciate the sun when all others would be welcoming the rain. So when others are inviting the rains, like now we have already started with the rainy season, so when we want rains, he will be appreciating the sun where it will be a very hot kind of weather. And when others will be enjoying the sun, he would miss the rains. Okay. Now, when everybody goes to the meeting, the rebel stays at home and reads a book. When everybody stays at home and reads a book, the rebel goes to the meeting. So here very nicely again the poet has given one example, like when everybody wants to go to the meeting, the rebel will again try to contradict by staying at home and reading books. So when others will stay at home, he would again um, like to go to the meeting. So he will again do the vice versa. When everybody says yes please, the rebel says no thank you. So here the rebel is being again highlighted, and the poet is showing that how it is impossible to make the rebel agree with anyone at all. And he is saying yes when everybody says no thank you, means they don't want that, so he will say yes I want that. And saying no whenever everybody says yes is another character trait of the rebel. So here we have seen that how the rebel is trying to contradict everything what others are trying to do. So the poet is DJ Enright. Now, so here it seems that having rebel around us, it is beneficial, as they just make us look things differently, look things different towards the life, and also they do something which may bring up new ideas, but also it is not good, as the poet says, because they are not accepted by the society. Because when nobody wants to be in a society together, they are termed as rebel, and that means they are not very much comfortable with others, so they just want to be alone. So children, you go through this poem nicely, and it's your decision whether you want to be a rebel. Yes, be a rebel, but don't be to so much extent that the society will start hating you. But you should come out with a new ideas by thinking something different, which will bring productivity to the society, which will help the citizens of your country, that will help the country to develop. So thank you, and thank you for listening.